Hey, my dear friends, my name is Sudarshan. Today, this is related to motivational talk. Before that, let's have a 3 minutes talk before getting into the topic. Now, we have seen that in today's world of economy, we can see there are so much of changes which affects very fundamental things. Because, for example, in the past video, as I said about gymnastics, if you don't have any kind of fundamentals, then you might have a possibility to lose your gymnastic fitness, as well as which tends to have a increase in the chance of risking injuries. This is nothing but bone fracture or hand fracture or whatever it may be. So what is the important is that, and let me give a small example. If you are playing a cricket for Australia or England against another competitor, which means England versus New Zealand. Now, when it comes to these two competitors, one should understand how the tough competition will be. Even if you suppose that New Zealand played 12 matches and lost only 1 matches, they should see to that not to make any kind of excuses. Whatever happens, we should say to that how we can win next time, because we know, guys, it is a very tough competition to win, and everybody gets the tips from the toppers that how you become topper, how you become successful in life, how you can achieve billionaire of money. But in this case, it's telling that everybody has this kind of dream, but it is only possible to few people. But even if they aim, at least if they are getting average win, then they should be happy, and whatever they get, they should see to that not to give any kind of excuses. Now, and another thing, when there is this topic I would have discussed, but I didn't mention this statement. Here is that in your home, when you don't have water, you think that I need some water to drink, isn't it? So what you should do is that with whatever facilities you have in your home, you should use that as a resources and not to waste it. And do not make excuses that there is no water. This means you should use the resources very carefully. This is the meaning of this. Now, as I said about being a billionaire or like a sorry, not like that. If you want to be a soccer player like Cristiano Ronaldo, it requires dedication and hard work, which I have already told you. Now, it is very clear that everybody have no possibility to become topper in any kind of cases. But even if they come in under A grade or B grade or whatever it may be, see to that not to give excuses. Should be happy that you achieved at least that much with your hard work. Okay, guys. Now, let me tell you that how not to make any kind of excuses under any kind of situation. Well, you would have known that only people who didn't achieve anything in their life, they start to make n number of excuses for n number of reasons, which will never help under any kind of situations. So what do you have to do? And the biggest mistake is that even if you find you will be stressed unnecessarily, and you will not be in a position to come out of that situation. So that is the biggest mistake losers always do. They ending up the life very unnecessarily, but that is not the solution. You have to find another alternative and move on. If not this, that one. If not that, some other thing. That is how you should think. Ending your life is not a solution. Please understand that, guys. Because I see 90% of the people do this when they didn't achieve anything in their life. They start to complaining and end their life just by hanging the ropes. That is not a solution. Always think of that, guys. So what happens is, this has happened to me long back. When it comes to losing, when it comes to make up excuses, I never had this situation. There was so much of advice, there was so much of things on how to make yourself as a winner. And imagine how to imagine yourself as a winner. So that topic has helped me to overcome all these kind of depressions as well as the anxiety I'm facing in day-to-day life. Because I came to know that everybody has anxiety, everybody has so much of problems in their life. So this also taught me that, okay, why should we always be complaining? Well, it is better not to be a complaining person, because that is not going to help us in any way, and that will never make success under any kind of situations. Now, for example, if if you're writing an exam, your score is only 50% for first time, you may be worried, but that's not a solution. Listen to this example, you'll automatically understand. Now, a person wrote an exam, but the score is only 50%. Now what happened is, as he started working, it raised to 65. That means the improvement that he made has made his success. So the higher he targets, the higher the rank he got. That is how he was targeting. The higher you target, the more better position will be. If you target for low, you will end up only in 10, 15 or sometimes 8. Though that is not a good thing. So, as I said, whether it is resources available or not, see to that whatever the resource you have in your hand, try to save it as much as possible. Because every people are realizing that resources are finding it tough to get resources. For example, if this food or some natural food is come from France, we will understand the pain of that person who has made this kind of product to all kinds of people to save their lives. So what it is, the first time he tried, it failed, but still that person never gave up under any kind of situation, but gave so much of focus on the particular work and sees to that how we can become a successful person. Now, this means we should create ourselves as a key the battle against an enemy. Imagine when you're playing, when you're doing or performing martial arts like taekwondo, kung fu, karate, so on, there would be a competitor, because it tells that you're fighting like a battle and overcoming the anxiety, and slowly first time you may find difficult. As you get along, you will get to know that how difficult is when it comes to competition. There you will get that this is how the competition will be. This is how you should face whenever the problem comes. You should never give up or never lose your life under any kind of circumstances. So what I do, even if I'm in that phase, what I do is, even if I lost, I'll accept that loss, so that the next moment when you perform, you will not perform this mistake. Isn't it? Now, let me tell you some of the tips on how not to make excuses in every kind of situation. Okay? Here are some tips I'm going to tell you. Focusing on yourself. Well guys, this is a very important thing. Focusing on yourself means, imagine when you're drawing or when you're reading some books, then you should think that this as a creative to me, which means overcoming the feminine energy. That's called creative. Now, this is one point, because instead of explaining it very detailedly, I'm telling it in very short form. Doing physical exercises. Well, doing physical exercise means yoga, as well as being active in exercises every single day without giving up. That is also a tip. Another tip number 3, reading books. Well, we have seen that there are so many kinds of English books along with the English of Shakespeare, because we all know that Shakespeare is one of the famous poetry in the country of France, in the European countries, where the people in Europe pronounce his name consistently like Shakespeare, because when that Shakespeare writes in English, it will be a wonderful English which that every single word impresses. This is the achievement made by Shakespeare in a very old century. Now, playing outdoor games. Tip number 4. This is tip number 4 is playing outdoor games. Playing outdoor games means like cricket, football, and some cycling, jogging. So these are the outdoor games which one must focus on. Staying away from electronic items. This is very important. Guys, even if we are in YouTube or you are a YouTuber, see to that not to waste your time in this YouTube. If you need some rest, follow the time management. So this is what I always do. I even as being a YouTuber, I never ever give importance to this YouTube all the time, because I start to feel that headache. Okay, it's very boring. Why should we always concentrate on it? Let's do some other thing so that we can be successful, isn't it? Now, staying away from electronic items means from social networks. Even if you are there, try to stay away from sometimes relaxing yourself, meditation, or doing some prayers. These are the very important things that we have to stay away from electronic items. Never try to copy others, which means if that person is doing something, means do not try to copy him. Create some other thing. This is the evaluation of first point as well as the sixth point. Sixth point, which means to tell us never try to copy others. This is same as the first one. Now, don't do for this. Last tip is that do not do for the sake of others. The biggest problem is that since if you're going to do for the sake of others, then it will never show your hard work, which means your feminine rises from 3 to infinite percentage. Better avoid that. From the above tips, we can understand that the numbers on the rise, which makes it very competitive. Well, following these tips is a very big task, as well as the very crucial to follow it. So, if we follow these tips, surely we can understand that how we are utilizing the time and how we are overcoming too much of neediness, anxiety, and stop making excuses for any kind of situation. Now, the thing we have to do here is that we have to make a good plan, which means that even if you are doing this studying, reading books or whatever things, make a good plan which works for you, which works for everybody, which also includes me, in a very good place. Now, it is also a good time to review what have we done till the past. So, what you should do is that whenever you did some work, make a review on what have you done, so that you can proceed further. Because if you're going to beat about the bush, it's a waste of time. Okay, guys. Hope you would have found this video useful. From the above conclusion, we can say that these tips would have been found useful that on how to stop making excuses under any kind of situation. This is it. I will see you up in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Keep on watching.